Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. Whoop, whoop. How's everybody doing? Good? Good break? Yes? A lot of tamales, menudo, pozole, yeah? Ham, steaks, and such. Good. Wingstop and stuff, yeah? Some of y'all? That's crazy. Making a line to go buy wings. What? No. Anyways, warm-up number 63 is on the screen. Let's get started, please. I'll give you guys some time. You should be able to do most of it, I believe. Maybe you'll have a little hurdle with number 2, but other than that, everything should be straightforward. I'll give you some time. Go. All right, here we go. Let's get this on the road. Yes? All right, let's go with number 1. It says complete the square and then factor. And I think Mario's got this one, right? I know he does, but being that it's Monday, I'm going to go over these. How about them apples, yeah? All right, here we go. Look up to the screen for those of you that forgot. We are given a binomial, and they want us to complete the square. What does that mean, Mr. Q? Let me take you back in time. That means we need a number right here to make this a trinomial. So how do we do that, Mr. Q? Well, we take the middle term, the coefficient, divide that by 2, 14 divided by 2, and then you what? Square it. Is that coming back? Yes? Very good. 14 divided by 2 squared. So basically I'm just taking the coefficient of the middle term, divided by 2, and square it. So therefore, x squared plus 14x plus, what is 14 divided by 2? 7. What is 7 squared? 49. That is correct. And that we just did what? Complete the square. They're like, Q, just give us a pop party on Friday. Oh, yeah, I got you. We're hitting the ground running already. Oh, yeah. Second semester is going to fly by so fast. Let's go. Very good. Wow. Next, we need to factor. So do we know how to factor these trinomials? Yes. What goes on top? 49. Very good. What goes below? 14. What two numbers multiply give me 49? When you add them, give us 14. 7 and 7. So my factors are x plus 7, x plus 7, or we can also write it as x plus 7 squared. Hands if you got that by yourself. All right, very good. Joseph, let's go. You remind me of me in kindergarten. Let's go. Go to number 2. It says simplify. By now, you guys should be able to do A. If not, my goodness. Here it goes. Rewrite this. Square root of -1 times square root of 9. Is that correct? Yes, Mr. Q. So question, what is square root of 9? 3, that is correct. And what is square root of a negative number? That is the letter I, so this is 3i. And for the sake of it, put a little plus minus in the front of the 3i. I'm bringing these back because we're about to embark in imaginary and complex numbers. So, B, simplify. So we can't have a radical on the denominator, so that means we need to multiply the denominator times square root of 7 and the numerator times square root of 7. You guys remember these? Yes? So therefore this is 5 times square root of 7. And what is square root of 7 times square root of 7? That's square root of 49. And that leaves us with 5 square root of 7 over, what is square root of 49? 7. And that is simplified. Now, we need to know these guys. Like I said, we're about to embark in these, and I'm giving you some practice. Go to C. Simplify that one. So, can we take the square root of 70? Yes, but we end up with a decimal, Mr. Q. All right, so then let's find out the decimal since you already know how to do these, yes? Between what two perfect square numbers is 70 found? Very good. Between 64 and what? 81. That is correct. You guys remember that, yeah? So that means this is approximately, what is the smallest one? 64. Square root of 64 is 8 point something. And for those of you that don't see it, I mean, we did this semester 1, but here goes one more time. If I was to use a number line, 70 is right here. What are the two perfect scores or perfect numbers that this is in between? It's in between 64 and 81. Yes? So if they're asking us to take the square root of this one, that means the smallest one of these is 64. That's how I get the 8. So how do I get the decimal, Mr. Q? Well, you do 70 minus 64. That is 70 minus 64 is 6 over 81 minus 64 is 17. All right, good. 17. So therefore, what is 6 divided by 17? 6 divided by 17 does not fit in there. Into 60, if it's in there 3 times, that's 51. 9, I'll leave it at that. So it's 8 point what? 3, approximately. That's how you find the decimal. I am going to be asking you for that pretty soon, so make sure you're getting this down. Okay? Yes, Mr. Q. All right. All right. Let's go to number 3. Factor by grouping. Now, this is a little bit different from what we did in semester 1. Semester 1, I asked you to factor, and we used a little shortcut. We went a lot faster on this one. So here it goes. How do we use grouping for this one, Mr. Q, bless you? We start off with the Power Rangers. 18, 9. What two numbers multiply give me 18? When you add them, give us 9, everyone. All right, 6 and 3. Yes, that is correct, 6 and 3. So now check this out. Y'all ready? So, to factor by grouping, I'm going to rewrite this trinomial. I'm going to bring down the first term. I'm going to bring down the last term. And then the middle term, instead of writing 9x, I'm going to replace 9x with what? With these two. So it would be 6x and 3x. Are we there so far? All right, so now I can do grouping. Group, group. GCF for this, x, that leaves me with x plus 6. GCF for this one. You guys all right? Too many tamales, my goodness. 3x plus 6, that is correct. So what's the same here and here? X plus 6. And what's left over? X plus 3. And these are my factors. So you're like, Mr. Q, why don't we just go straight from here to here? Because right now we can, but what if I gave you a coefficient? Ooh. Trying to give you some muscle memory right now, people. Okay. All right, let's go to number 4. We good? Yeah? So far, so good? All right, number 4. It says, find the inverse of that one. Once again, in case you forgot, what is the first step? Of course, Mario's got this one. But I'm going to go over this one since it's Monday. We changed f of x to what, everyone? Y, negative 3x plus 6. From there, we solve for x, so that means minus 6 minus 6. We got y minus 6 equals negative 3x. And then we still need to leave x by itself, divide by negative 3. So we end up with y minus 6 over negative 3 equals x. Is that the inverse? No, Mr. Q, I need to switch the variables. So that means x minus 6 over negative 3 equals y. Yes, that's the inverse. Inverse. However, we need to write it in what? Function notation, yeah? So this is f inverse x, and we got x minus 6 over negative 3. Ooh-wee. Cake, yes? Yeah, these are coming back with a vengeance, so I'm just giving you a heads up. All right. We good? Yeah? Some of you are like, oh, cute. It's Monday. I know, right? Bring on the math. Let's go. So you're looking at me. Anyways, copy the agenda, please. Warm-up number 63 done. Transformation of functions. Tonight's home play, only 5 transformations. Only. See what I did there? Only. Let's go. Some of you are like, cute, just bring it. Bring it already. Pop party, yeah? All right. Once again, warm-up number 63, transformation of functions. Home play for tonight is 5 transformations only. And adjourn. All right, we're good? All right, copy the code for tonight's home play. HJDUG. 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 And once again, guys, we're starting fresh this new year. Make sure you don't fall behind. Some of y'all, my goodness, stay focused. So, all right, I'm still waiting on some of you. Refresh. All right. So your home play is going to look something like this for tonight. Woo! Let's go, Q. Let's go. Oh, yeah, we got this. All right. All right, so shall we? Here we go. Our objective for today is to transform a function using different parameters. So we're back where we left off. Today's going to be a day just to make sure we know where we're at, because we're about to move on starting tomorrow, something like that. But today's going to be a day to make sure we know what we're looking at. So we're still in the middle of functions. So think about it. Remind your neighbor a definition of functions without looking at your notes. What is a function? Tell your neighbor, what is a function? Function. All right, type it in there. Type it on your screen without looking at your notes. Quick definition. What is a function? What is a function? Go. Of course, by now everybody's an expert at these. You probably did a round table at home during break, and gather around. Let me show you what a function is. Family math night. Let's go. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Function. Well, it's a relation that it has exactly one output for every what? Inputs. Yes? Has you got something like that? Yes? Very good. All right. And write this down again. G of x equals a times f of x minus h plus k. Write it down one more time on your notes, please. Just bringing it back. This is our general rule where we left off, because we're about to add some more to that rule. I just want to make sure that everybody understands where we're at with that. All right, g of x equals a times f of x minus h plus k. So with blue, remind your neighbor, what does k do to an entire function? If we substitute a value there, what does it do to the entire function? What does it do? All right, looks like Mario's got it. Very good, Mario. But let's go with Renzo. What does K do? Up and down. So draw an arrow up and down. It moves it up and down. If we substitute a positive number, it goes up. If we substitute a negative number there, it goes down. That is correct. Next, let's go to H. What does H do to the entire function? Remind your neighbor, please. What does H do? We substitute values in there. All right. What does H do to the entire function? How about Geo? H does what? Side to side. So we draw arrows side to side. To make it go to the right, we need to substitute a positive number in there for H. To make it go to the left, we need to substitute a what? A negative number. That is correct. And the last thing we added to our general rule was A. Remind your neighbor what A does to the entire function. What does A do? Does two things. Two things. Remind your neighbor what are the two things that A does to the entire function. Gio, pass someone. Mario. What does A do to the entire function? Very good. It stretches. And how do we know when it stretches? When that A is a what? A whole number. That is correct. That's when it stretches. So that means, what would be the other thing that it does? Mario, pass someone. Enrique. Starts with the letter C. And then O. Very good. Compresses. It compresses, which means it makes it shrink. And that's when that A is a what? A fraction or decimal. Fraction or decimal. Okay? Pretty good, yeah? Good review? Yes, Mr. Q. All right. So get your graph paper in front of you. Let's get started. Copy this problem on one of those, please. It says, example Q, graph f of x equals x squared, given g of x equals a f of x minus h plus k. Write the new transform function using a2, h4, and k negative 5. Then graph the transformation. Copy the entire information, please. I'll give you some time. Go. All right. So as you're finishing up copying that, for the sake of time, look up to the screen. Let's see, I'm going to try and trigger your noodle. When they say graph this, what is the first thing we do? Tell your neighbor. See if they remember. What is the first thing we do? Looks like Ashland's got it. Very good, Ashland. I see you. Kelly's got it. All right. I see you, Kelly. Let's go with Jesus. What is the first thing we do when they ask us to graph? Table. X, f of x, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And of course, this is 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Let's graph that. Negative 2, 4. Negative 1, 1. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4. And we label that what? F of x. Yes? Yes, Mr. Q. Next, they want us to write, look up, they want us to write a new transformation using this, given this. So we write g of x equals, instead of a, what am I going to use, everyone? 2. So I write 2 times f of x minus h. Instead of h, what am I going to use? 4. And at the end, instead of k, what am I going to use? Negative 5. And since this is a quadratic, look up. Don't forget to put the square here. Yes? Do we know how to graph this now? Yes, Mr. Q. Well, look up. First thing first, we need to stretch it because it's a 2. So these 2 points go up 2 steps. Go up twice where they're at. They're at 4, so they go up to 8. These go up to 2. They're at 0. And then we're going to move it what? 4 to the right and 5 down. 4 to the right, 5 down. Hold on. Before you go. And once you have it in the new position, what do we write, everyone? G of x. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your home play. Hopefully that's a quick review for you to work on it tonight. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.